What's going on, everyone? I'm going to be reacting to the Miami Heat Houston Rockets full game highlights from February 11th, 2021. I just want to talk about it's my first time ever doing a reaction type video and talk about the different players I see and everything going on. I will move my camera a little bit so then you guys can see the game better. But what are the odds? Duncan Robinson pulling a JJ Redick and somehow getting hate. I talked about this in my last video. I don't understand where this Duncan Robinson hate's coming from. He's such a pure shooter. Look at this. Starting off the game, 2 good threes. PJ Tucker starting the game for the Houston Rockets, which I just do not agree with. But I do like Jae'Sean Tate, and I think that once they look on to move on from PJ Tucker, they'll be solid. DeMarcus Cousins with a nice little move. Hopefully he can get back into his shape, especially with a guy like Christian Wood playing out for a little bit. Yep. What are the odds? PJ Tucker missing a layup. Jae'Sean Tate right there to clean it up, though. You love to see that. Boogie from the big fan of John Wall in Houston right now. I think he's playing fantastic. I think Victor Oladipo ends up getting injured in this game, but their guard play, especially with how injured they've been, it's hard to watch this Houston Rockets team because they're playing guys like David Nwaba, Jae'Sean Tate, as we said. Even I know I mentioned PJ Tucker, but Eric Gordon is trying to be Michael Jordan recently. It's kind of funny to watch because he's just doesn't have the offensive skill set for it, but he did it and he's been shooting kind of lights out. I don't know how to put it, but Jimmy, I believe, has a triple-double this game. Comment down below what you guys think of these jerseys. I don't know about the jerseys, man. They wear them so much. I know. Oh, what team was it? Oh, the Portland Trailblazers. They have the brown Oregon ones. They just wore those jerseys. By the way, that went in. Sorry about my face. But the Portland Trailblazers just wore their City Edition jerseys for the first time. I believe it was last night. I'm filming this on the 12th. And next thing you know, I swear I've seen the Heat wear these jerseys like every time. And I have the Dwayne Wade, the original South Beach jerseys. Oh, look at Eric Gordon pulling from deep and cash moneying it. He is. If his shot's falling, his shot's falling. But if it's not, it's kind of hard to watch. But they wear these jerseys like every other night, and I'm like, I didn't think that was allowed. I thought that you could only wear your City of jerseys. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But look at Boogie. Look at that ball movement by Houston. I think Steven Silas has done a fantastic job with this Houston Rockets team throughout the first, third of the season, I would say, because of the fact that he's had to go through 2 of his star players getting traded, trying to figure out the chemistry. Kendrick Nunn is only good move of the entire game. I'm sorry. I'm a big Kendrick Nunn hater, at least. I don't like the way he plays the game of basketball. He's an undrafted rookie. He wasn't meant to do any of this. So props to him for being an undrafted rookie and just playing the game well. But he thinks he can be way better than he is at some points, especially in the NBA Finals last year. If you watched any of it, you could see him taking some shots in the finals, and you're like, just give the ball to Jimmy, give the ball to some other guys. Stop shooting the ball so much. But here's Jimmy with another nice drive. I hope Jimmy can go back to shooting threes more. He's really just gone away from it entirely, and I was so confused about why. But I mean, I guess it works. John Wall with a 3. John Wall's really starting to shoot more threes. He used to be such this aggressive, athletic guy, and he started settling for threes, which I think is pretty interesting to watch. Oh, good pass, Jimmy, beautiful. The Miami Heat are starting Kelly Olynyk over. Oh, who was it? I remember seeing the Miami Heat. Give me one sec. I'm completely forgetting who they started. Him over. Kelly Olynyk over. Oh, it was Precious Achiuwa, which it makes sense, but I like Precious Achiuwa a lot. I think his fit next to Bam Adebayo is really good, but Kelly Olynyk has been shooting threes lights out, and he's kind of replaced what they got from Jay Crowder. I don't know about playoff time because Jay Crowder was a huge, impactful player in that championship run, but VO, man, I hope he ends up getting moved. I think he deserves to be on a team that is going to compete for a playoff spot and or championship. I know he really wants to go to this Miami Heat team, which is probably why he tried playing his heart out. But PJ Tucker, corner 3, that's his thing. Thought he got fouled. I hate when players do something like that and think they get fouled, but I don't know. It's just frustrating to watch in the game of basketball. I'll look at Jimmy. There you go. Wide open 3 for Kendrick Nunn. I'm actually going to move my screen down here so then you guys can see most of the game going on. Kelly Olynyk bombing up a 3. Cash. He only shot 2 for 6 this game, but he had 13 rebounds tonight. Huge, impactful game just on the defensive side. Look at Duncan Robinson. I swear this man, every time he touches the ball, he's just coming off the screen, passing it back, shooting. I don't know. I like the way he plays, but I understand why some people wouldn't. Bam Adebayo only shot 8 shots tonight and had 10 points, 8 assists, and 13 rebounds. And if I'm Bam Adebayo, especially going up against a team with not a lot of big men, especially like Christian Wood out, and you're just going up against really Boogie and PJ Tucker at the 4. Let me see who else they had. Yeah, that was the only 2 forwards that they played against, unless you're going to count Daniel House or Jayshawn Tate. But if I'm Bam, you got to be aggressive. I want to see him attacking the paint a lot more, playing good post play. I mean, he let Boogie have 16, 11, and 3 on him tonight. So maybe that's not the best time. It's shot chucking. We've literally seen Kendrick Nunn. He had a decent game tonight, but he shot 2. We've seen his 2 threes. He shot 2 for 10 from 3. He'd be so more efficient if he stopped just chucking threes and drove a little bit more. He had 4 steals. I'm not saying anything against his defensive game, but he's just a shot chucker, and I'm not a big fan of players like that. Jimmy's going to kill a lot of mediocre players. He's one of just those guys, and so he's a guy every team would want to have on their rotation. So, okay, Eric Gordon, such a funny player in my opinion. Kelly Olynyk can't guard a park car, according to Bradley Beal type saying. Kelly Olynyk, that's his second 3 of the game, and his only other 3 of the game. I'm excited to see what happens when, Tyler Hero comes back, Avery Bradley, Goran Dragic. These are influential players to this lineup, and they won this game, and Jimmy Butler's kind of carrying them without them. But that man right there, Max Strus, had a huge game, 6 for 9 from the field, 5 for 8 from 3, 21 points. I know he had a negative plus-minus, actually one of just 2 negative plus-minuses. But with a stat line like that being second in scoring, you had an impactful game. Look at Eric Gordon, man. He's got such a pure form. I remember when he used to play for the Pelicans back in 2013, 2014, and he was one of my favorite players on NBA 2K because he just wouldn't miss it with my player. But Eric Gordon, such a weird player to have on this Rockets team. I feel like he was the player that they wanted to surround, Russ and James Harden with, and then next thing you know, they're gone. And so he tries to be the next best player on the team, and they've lost 4 straight games, but he kind of has been one of their best players throughout that. Come on, shoot that, Bam. I know that was a good pass and everything, but shoot that. Iggy has not been the player that they hoped he would, with especially paying him so much money. I believe it's still $15 million a year. That was a beautiful shot. This Miami Heat team just finds these G League guys and guys that love to shoot the ball. And surrounding a player like Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo with just shooters is a fantastic idea. So props to Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley for really creating a good lineup. Starting off the season pretty bad. They've really picked it up. Look at Max Strus. Oh, beautiful. Right through the net. You love to see that. But, yeah, they start off the year slow. They didn't have Jimmy. You'd expect them to start off slow. God, Jimmy cannot guard Boogie Cousins. That's 2 straight possessions that I believe he scored on him, which is pretty funny. It's good to see Boogie playing well and actually playing for a team. There's been those games there in the past couple of years, like on the Lakers and Warriors. He really didn't get many minutes. So if you looked there, I'll go back actually. If you look there, Bam kind of just stood there and watched him shoot it. I was going to point, but look at that. Look at Bam just staring at him. John Wall is going to knock that down every time, Monday through Sunday. Bam Adebayo is such a good screen setter, and Jimmy's not going to miss wide open mid-range shots. I mean, come on, you guys got to fix your defensive rotations there. I give all this props to Steven Silas, but this team is losing, but you would expect them to be losing. You got John Wall after not playing for 2 years, Boogie Cousins really not playing for 2 years. Oh, that was a deep contested by Max Strus in 25 points, 21 minutes. That is a solid game for him, and you got to give it up to players who give, with 3 of their top guards who will probably be getting minutes over him, including Tyler Hero, Avery Bradley, and Goran Dragic. He made the most out of playing time, and you love to see stuff like that, John Wall, beautiful pass, all beautiful ball movement. Daniel House is such a weird player. I feel like he'd be such a great role player for any championship team, and yet he's on the Rockets. John Wall, cash, beautiful stroke. Only down 3 here. I believe that's actually the last points for Houston as they end up losing by 7, 101-94. But what you ask, who closed out the game? Not Jimmy. Thank you, Kendrick Nunn. Do not be shooting the free throws. Oh, I never saw the end of this game. Let's see it right here. Jimmy Butler to close out the game. Gives it to Kendrick Nunn for 3. Of course he missed. And look at Iggy, the hustle player that he is. Knocked down his free throws, and John Wall brings up the ball, and that's the end of the game. Thank you all for watching. This is my first reaction. Hopefully it was half decent. Miami Heat on a win streak, and it's good to see, especially led by Jimmy Butler. Hopefully this team makes the playoffs and can make another fun run to the championship. This has been Backcourt Press, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.